Why is there marching in the streets to support Hamas, a terrorist organization that seeks to destroy the West, the way of life that enables these students to be able to go out and protest and to make these statements and to do these things? I wonder if the students understand and recognize that they would be the first to be tamped down on if Hamas had its way. When we see the destruction of Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, the one place where you can be yourself, where you can be an Arab Israeli, you can be a Mizrahi Jew, you can be an LGBTQ plus person freely without being beheaded, but yet we see these students holding up banners that say Queers for Palestine. They would be beheaded in an instant. They would be despised. They are considered despicable. Why is that taking place? What has happened to our educational system when we see our students out there promoting anti-American sentiment and supporting terrorism? What are the dangers to us as a result of that as a society? Where are we heading with that? And why? And how has it gotten so far? It used to be a fringe thing, but now this is mainstream, and students are being told that it's being normalized, the support of terrorism. That concerns me a great deal, because I'm someone who, I love our country and I love this nation. This is a grand experiment. It's not perfect. We have things to work on, and we always will. We're human beings, trying to realize these aspirations that were set out in the founding documents. And some people want to destroy and shred those documents and lead us into what? What kind of system will we be in when the republic is destroyed, as so many people are calling for? I can't support that in good conscience. It's something that worries me a great deal, and I don't think we understand the danger of embracing these kind of ideologies. This is everywhere. It's at our doorstep, and we all need to take a look into what's happening in our schools. Those are the breeding grounds for many of these toxic ideologies. Are you really safe in a world where our youth are being corrupted, their minds are being destroyed with terrorist propaganda and anti-American sentiment?
Both you and I, recently kind of reviewed a clip of Hamas leadership explaining what their intentions are, right? And I just want to roll that clip for the benefit of the viewers.
إسرائيل دولة لا مقام لها على أرضنا. إحنا الدولة لابد أن نزيلها، لأنه بالفعل هي تعتبر كارثة أمنية وعسكرية وسياسية للأمة العربية والإسلامية، يجب أن تنتهي. لذلك إحنا لا نخجل من نقول ذلك بكل قوة، إنه إسرائيل لازم نأدبها، وحنأدبها مرة ثانية وثالثة، ومش هذا حتكون طوفان الأقصى أول مرة، لا حتكون ثانية وثالثة ورابعة، لأنه إحنا لدينا إصرار ولدينا قرار ولدينا إمكانيات أن نقاتل نعم. ونحارب، لكن كما قلت لك بدنا ندفع ثمن. نعم إحنا مستعدين، معلش بدي أقول لك بشكل واضح، إحنا اسمنا شعب الشهداء وبنفخر أن نقدم شهداء. إحنا لا نريد أن نمس لا بالمدنيين ولا أن نلحق الأذى بهم، لكن أوقات لأنه في تعقيدات في الميدان صارت في منطقة موجودة، وكان هناك في احتفال وكان في سكان وفي منطقة واسعة ليست سهلة على امتداد تقريبا 40 كيلومتر. يجب أن ننتهي.
أن ينتهي وين؟ بقطاع غزة؟
ينتهي إلى لا بتكلم عنه كل الأراضي الفلسطينية.
كل الأراضي الفلسطينية يعني زوال طبعا. إسرائيل؟
طبعا. وجود إسرائيل غير منطقي. وجود إسرائيل هو اللي بخلق كل هذه الآلام والعذابات والدموع والدماء. هي إسرائيل مش إحنا ضحية الاحتلال، نقطة وآخر السطر. لذلك ما حدا يلومنا، إحنا شو اللي بنعمله في 7 أكتوبر، في 10 أكتوبر، في مليون أكتوبر، إحنا اللي بنعمل مبرر. It is justified، مبررة.
It seems pretty unmistakable to me, and I think information may shift some minds of people that don't actually understand what they've signed up for when they join these protests.
Yes, and as you heard, that Hamas leaders say, anything we do is okay because we are the victim. That is the mentality of these individuals and of this worldview. So if you are of the oppressed status or victim status, any action you take, no matter how immoral, no matter how brutal, is okay.
Including, as he says explicitly, October 7th type action.
Yes, and justifying that and feeling proud of it, and then to see our students out celebrating and saying, it is okay because our teachers and our faculty members and our mentors have told us that this is the response to oppression. This is the response to all of the words they use, like settler colonialism, apartheid, you know, all of these things that aren't rooted in any objective reality or history, but that students have been taught and that they parrot back because they're not learning anything otherwise. They're not learning about the actual history of the region. They're not learning and understanding indigeneity and what that means. They're learning a twisted version of it that supports a terrorist vision of the world. And it's very toxic and dangerous. And we need to start taking a closer look at it because it's not just people, you know, learned professors in you know, the small liberal arts college anymore. We're seeing this in our medical professionals. We're seeing this in our athletes. We're seeing this in every aspect of life on the campus and off the campus in civic life. And it's really deeply concerning to see our helping professions, you know, teachers, medical, healthcare, proposing and stating this toxic ideology, thinking of their patients and their students and the people they're there to serve, right, as victims or oppressors, as some people should receive certain levels of care and others should not because of their oppressor status or victim status. Like, what kind of world are we headed to, you know, when our doctor or our teacher doesn't look at us as an individual, but they see us as a group representative, and we should be held accountable for everything that that group has done historically, whether it's historically objectively true or not. It's based on the narrative that's being taught many times, and a toxic one at that. You know, when I turn on my TV and I see groups of students yelling, "Gas the Jews," that's not freedom of speech. That's something else. That's calling for murder. That's supporting killing innocent people. How can we be supportive of that? Oh, because of a systemic oppression? What is that?